Hey, twin.
Hey, twin, how's it going?
Good. How's it going?
Girl, I'm all right. You know me, just always working. I'll be running out of here in a little bit.
Love it. Get that bag. So, to kind of get this podcast started, I need you guys to understand that when I say this is Evil Twin, this is Evil Twin. From the beginning, it was literally Evil Twin, Evil Twin. If I was thinking something, Twin was probably saying it. And if Twin wasn't saying it, I was saying it. Like, it's just been back and forth since we met. And how we met was super crazy because what I think it was a month before I started living with y'all. Like, we met at a gym through a third party associate, and then that third party associate did some crazy stuff, and I was about to be homeless, and Evil Twin was like, "Look, we can't let you be on the street." Was it like a month? How long was it?
I mean, it was thereabout, cause yeah, maybe a month. And so yeah, you were supposed to be moving in with them, and like you said, some things had went down. And I was like, yeah, I can't let this happen. But it wasn't just me straight out saying, hey, you want to move in? It was like we were at the jacuzzi and I was asking all those questions to fill you out on the low. I was like, yeah, so if we did have a roommate, how would, if you were a roommate, who would you be as a roommate? So if you were to pay rent, how much would you pay? Like,
It was crazy. Like, I honestly say it was like a blessing in disguise because I think we had that jacuzzi conversation before everything went down.
yeah.
Because like I was talking about moving to Atlanta. This was when we were in Vegas, so I was talking about moving to Atlanta, and it was just wild. But that's not what this episode is about. But I just was trying to understand that Evil Twin is Evil Twin, and Evil Twin is getting a bag, so that's all we gonna refer to her as. So we're not gonna do any names or anything in this episode. So yeah, kind of tell me about yourself, Evil Twin, or give us like a introduction of who you are, um, what you do.
Okay. So who I am is someone who works a lot. As you know, someone who lives with me. I always have like at least three jobs minimum at one time. I moved to the West Coast in 2020, the good old height of the pandemic. Everybody was like, "What do you do and why would you move now?" I'm like, "Shit, why not? If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die somewhere fun." Okay, right, that part. So I am from the Midwest. I grew up in a super religious family, not like I don't know how to explain it. Like we went to church a lot, super religious, southern, a lot of southern persuasion. So the things we're going to discuss would definitely be taboo, even now for a lot of them.
That's crazy. Thank you for bringing it up because it's gonna lead us right into our next segment. So, Twin, tell me about your pleasure story. Do you know what that is first, or should I explain it?
Mm-mm. No, I never.
So your pleasure story is something. It's kind of who you are in the bedroom, like what you think is pleasure, what you think about pleasure. So for me, my pleasure story is that I'm a dominant bottom.
Is that an
So
oxymoron?
kinda yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Y'all young kids. I don't know this stuff.
Don't do that.
Well, you about 22 now?
Don't do that. Don't do that, twin.
No, I'm an elder. No, I'm just.
But yeah. So what's your pleasure story?
Okay, so I mean, I don't. You never really explain what a dominant bottom is, but it sounds about right. From what I can get from context clues, I would say that's me. I like to try new things. Definitely, I would surprise you because if someone were to meet me in person, they probably think I was boring in the bedroom. But no, and I'm also before I ever was with someone, I thought I would be a pillow princess. That is also not the case. I'm a giver and a taker. An equal
Ooh.
opportunity bedroom. Okay, that's what we're gonna go with. Equal
Equal
opportunity.
equal opportunity. I love that. So let's talk about this wanting thinking you're a pillow princess. Okay, so can I like share that like that you were a virgin for so long? Like, can we talk
Sure, go
about
for
that?
it.
Okay, so when I first met Evil Twin, I didn't know what to expect. And so when we started talking about sex, Evil Twin told me she was a virgin till you were what, like 26, 27?
27 to be exact.
Whew! 27. Y'all, my mouth dropped.
For a long
mouth
time.
my mouth dropped. And then like how long was it before you like started masturbating or like even doing like any type of pleasure?
Girl, even that was an experience because I didn't know how. So I was, I think I was a senior in college. I had a friend, and she was talking about it, and I was like, you know what? I don't even know how. I don't know much. I mean, I know the area, but I didn't know what to do. And the girl was like Korean. She's like, oh no, no, you got to figure that out on your own. Because I was asking her, how do you do that? She's like, no, and it wasn't. It was before YouTube and the Googles were up and running like that. So I was just like, just had to figure some things out. But it was like at the age of like 21, it was like something just kind of woke up. And I know most people would hear this and not believe it, but I was in school, I was working, I was super religious. I didn't have time for all that. But it was like one day, that thing woke up and was like, yeah, you're going to have to figure some things out. And I figured it out. I thought I was going to have carpal tunnel.
Oh my gosh. So, like, how long was it before you introduced like toys to masturbation? Or do you even use toys? That's a good question.
I did, but only for the outside. Because back then, once again, it's gonna like religion is gonna be a theme throughout. So back then, it was already bad enough that I was masturbating. So I was definitely not gonna get a toy for the inside. I was like, that's for my husband. That's his area. So I bought some like this weird little. It was like a almost the size of a lipstick, maybe a little bit bigger tool for the clitoris. And I know I went through about 3 of those. The lady is Spencer was like, oh, you're back? But I would also throw them away. I would feel guilty and then throw them away. I cannot tell. I spent a small fortune on toys that have they're in a landfill somewhere.
Listen, I'm so glad you said that because I was the same. So y'all, I talked about this in a previous episode, but around 18, 19, your girl got back in the church and they convinced me that I had a porn addiction, that masturbation was bad. It was so bad that like a preacher had a lock on my phone so I couldn't access my phone. It was crazy. Like I was really convinced that I had a porn addiction. And so I love toys. Like that's my thing. I will drop $100, no questions asked, on a good toy. I cannot tell you how many toys I threw away. I mean, from the Hitachi one to just different toys. And it's crazy because I would go online, buy them, and then like 2 months later, them things in the landfill. Like I was just throwing them away.
Yeah,
I don't,
money to blow.
but didn't have the money to blow though. Like that's the thing. I was a college student. Ain't no way I'm spending like $100 to $200 on toys just to throw them away.
Now mine was $12.99, friend. I back then.
So you bring up religion a lot. So let's talk about that because
Let's get into
re-
it.
religion is also a funny thing because of your relationship now and like kind of where that is. So talk about how like religion played into like your relationship and the way that you see sex now.
Okay, so I technically met her on Plenty of Fish when I was 26, but we didn't meet each other until like literally a couple of days after my 27th birthday. But even when I went on to Plenty of Fish, I put that I was into both, like they ask you like who are you into, whatever not. And even then, just putting that, I was like, well, I'm not gonna really talk to a girl because even before that, all the years, the reason why I was a virgin is because I knew that I was lesbian, but I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And this is gonna be a long part. I'm sorry, this is just gonna be a long part. But throughout the years, I would just suppress those feelings. I would pray. I would do whatever. I would just ignore it like that part didn't exist. And my literal philosophy was, okay, let's say even if I lived to be 90 on this earth, it would be going to hell for an eternity, living with a man. So if I married a man and I lived with him even until I was 90, okay, big whoop, I'm not going to hell. As if that would have worked right. So I really, Uh-huh.
I said you wouldn't have last.
No, and so I was literally going to marry him. I was like, you know what? He may cheat. At least he'll be happy, and I'm not going to hell, right? What a sad life that I was willing to accept. So even when I got on Plenty of Fish, I was not really. I was like, I'm not really going to date a woman, but I still checked that box though, like for both. And I came across her profile, and it said she was just looking for friends. I was like, oh great, we'll just be friends. Okay, great, friends. Yeah, that friendship lasted about 2.5 minutes. Because lesbians tend to move fast, and so even when I met her, I kind of fought off those feelings as long as possible for like probably a month. She was persistent, honey. She did not give up. And anybody who knows me knows that like fruit roll-ups are the way to my heart. So she bought a box of fruit roll-ups over one night, and the rest was history.
I didn't know that about the fruit roll.
Oh yeah, she made the direct deposit with those fruit roll-ups, and I was like, well, you want to go ahead and just have a seat then? Just come on in. I sold out for a box of roll-ups.
I'm sorry. um, but okay, so that's kind of. Do you want to finish telling the whole story though, or?
Sure, I was trying to keep it brief for the people.
Go ahead, girl. We here. We here.
Okay, so as I was saying, it was a struggle. Even then, just trying to deny all the feelings that I was feeling, and I was like, we're just friends, and then things started to happen. Even on the very first time that we did end up doing something, it was a great time. But then that night, I was like, okay, time for you to go home. And she was like, what? Like, I done put in about 11 hours of work. I ain't going nowhere. I'm like, yeah, you got to roll out. You can't stay here. And she was like, I'm at least sleep on the couch. I was like, okay, you can sleep in my bed. I'll sleep on the floor. Like, that was going to make a difference. Like, this is literally the battle I was fighting. Like, okay, if she don't stay tonight, I'm not going to hell. Like, what? Girl, he saw all the things you just did. Girl, you going to the lower level. Hell now. But, so then I started crying. She was like, what? Are you over there crying? Like, she was like, oh my God. Like, she thought I was probably going to hit her with a rape charge or something. I'm like, no, it's nothing to do with you. It was all the emotion from feeling, religion and feeling like I was going to hell. I let God down. And that wasn't just that, it didn't happen just at one time. That whole battle, she and I both battled religion. And it took years to kind of get over that. And I hate it because it tainted so much of the relationship in my first time, because she was my first everything. And it's all kind of overcast by those feelings.
That's wild. So your first time was with a girl.
Mm-hmm.
How was that, if I can ask? Like, I know aside from like the religious guild and all that, like, how was that? Were you like nervous going into it? Like, was it just like she did all the work, or were y'all both doing things? Like, if you feel comfortable sharing, how was that?
So no, it was great, but she was even more so then like a stud. So she came in, she went to the bathroom, came out with the strap swinging, and I was like, whoa, shit, okay.
Oh, so she popped the cherry.
Yeah, so she came in strong, like with the guy, just like, how you doing? I'm like, whoa, okay. So I'd never seen. I'd heard of a strap. I wasn't that naive. I've heard of one, but I'd never seen one in person. And so she came in swagging. I'm like, oh, how you doing? And yeah, so it was a cool experience. No, I didn't really do anything to her because for one, she was more of a touch me not then. And
Okay.
all the girls she dated were pillar princesses, and she's had to adjust as I've learned more and exploring myself. It's like, no, I'm not about that pillow princess life. You know what I'm saying? As I said, equal employment opportunities over here. Yeah, but no, it was that first time. Of course, I was very nervous. I was also a bigger woman back then, and so I was super insecure. But I think that's what's one thing that helped things move forward is that she was just so patient, and so she made me feel like Beyonce, okay? And when I felt the more comfortable I felt, the more I was doing. I was doing stuff I didn't know. We just gonna leave it that. Like, I'm like, I didn't know I was flexible. I didn't know I could do all that, but I did.
Oh, wow. So was it like what you imagined your first time would be? I mean, besides, it not being a guy, but was it
Yeah,
like what you...
that was literally what I was going to say. No, because it's like I figured all the lights would be out. Oh my God, I used to say I wanted to marry a blonde man. Like I used to low key want to go to the school of the blonde. That's how insecure I was about how I looked. I didn't want them to see me, so I was like, I'm gonna just go find somebody from the school of blind, just lurk out there one day when they get out of school, and like, how you doing, fella? Ain't that great? Like, girl, off my mind. So,
Girl,
yeah,
you
but
got me over here speechless because I'm like, blind man? Like,
yeah, girl, think about it. Like he was gonna Ray Charles me. You remember Ray Charles used to fill in the women's arms?
he did the ankles, the
Yes,
arms
girl, he was
test.
gonna Ray Charles my ass. So.
That's wild. And y'all, if you ever see Evil Twin, you'll understand that this was totally a mind thing because Evil Twin is so freaking gorgeous. But yeah, that's mind blowing. Like, I don't think we ever talked about the blind man thing because
I probably don't mention it much because how lame does that sound? Like,
I'm gonna go to the School of Blind. Wow. Twin. Twin. Oh my gosh. Okay, so when we were roommates, we talked a lot about masturbation, and so you know me,
you
you
know, I heard
see,
you
like,
talk, but no.
go ahead.
I thought you mean I heard you or I know you.
I hope you have not heard me, because can I talk about like
Just one time you hit that falsetto, I was like, oh, it's a good day.
I do warn people that I'm loud, but I try not to be, and I try to cover it with like rain sounds or wave sounds. So I don't think we've ever talked about you hearing me because I'm so in my current situation, right? Like my current living situation right now, like I have what's the master bedroom, but these walls are like so paper thin that I am 99.9% sure that my roommates have heard me, and I'm like, sorry, but not sorry.
It is what it is at that point.
Yes. So, do you have any like favorite toys right now, or like what is that like?
Okay, so we have been thugging it out with these same two toys for years because we we bought one like an expensive one and it broke. So I wrote the I wrote the company. I was like, hey, I haven't had this very long. It costs $120. They sent me a replacement. That one broke too. So I just been thugging it out, but it's literally it's a body wand, but it was like the store Brookstone that had like they sell those chairs and stuff. They had it labeled as a neck massager. Okay, neck massager, you coming home? I've been thugging it out with them probably for 5 years. And then glass. I do not like real feeling penises because I don't like penis. That's the reason. I'm a lesbian for a reason. I don't like that. And I feel like that latex, how that stuff feels, is disgusting. It collects lint. It's gross. So I piece of glass, honey. We have been rocking with that thing. I think since day one.
So she came with a glass strap. Hold on, wait a minute.
No, no, no. So she had her strap, and we made it through that first time, and she used that, and then she used the glass and noticed the difference because I had a piece of glass, but I didn't use it, but. So when she saw the difference in the reaction with the glass, she just put the little thing to the side and was like, "Okay, this is the one."
The glass. Ooh, so with the glass, have y'all ever tried like the different temperature play? Like, have you ever put it in the freezer or, boiled it in like hot water?
No, I don't have a mega vagina to withstand those types of temperatures, but we do use cold and hot water. I can imagine putting that thing in boiling water. Girl, we done seared my vagina shut. And if you had your finger stick to an ice cube, I don't want that for myself. But we do. Oh my God, when it's warm, yeah, yeah.
Love that for you, twin. So it's funny that you laughing at the ice, like putting it in the freezer, because I actually have a glass collection and I've put it in the freezer, and it's up there. Especially like
You
if you
tell
want
me
to.
you had glass.
Yeah, I love glass. I'm surprised you've never caught. Well, I don't think I actually put any in the freezer because I feel like when you have roommates, it's a different story. But when I was in my apartment, girl, that glass stayed up there because it's like So when it's solo play, it feels like somebody is actually like licking you. Like if you just
Oh.
like rub it around on the clit and stuff. So I don't know. I like it in the freezer. I've never tried it with hot water. I don't know. I like you. I'd be scared to like burn myself. It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh.
That's a story for another day.
I will tune in for that episode.
So, have you been back to the green door?
No, after I went with you guys, I was like, you know what? This is not the place for me. Was it not dirty in there to you?
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, pause. So, y'all, let me explain what the green door is. So, the green door is a sex club in the West Coast. And we went one night. What was it, Halloween?
Yep, Halloween night. You had those shorts with those skeleton claws on your butt.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. So we went to this popular place on the West Coast, and like, I don't know, how did we get there? Like, I think we were on the way to the place, and then we were just like, "What did y'all think about going to the Green Door?" Wait, how did that happen? Because I really don't remember.
We were on what was it, not 4th Street? We were on Fremont Street, and it's like, okay, this has been cute. Now what? We didn't really want to go home, and then I think you or Ebony was like, let's go to the Green Door. And of course, me being the little person I am, I was like, I don't know, guys, I don't know. Maybe you two should just go. Y'all was like, fuck that, you're coming. And so then we went.
So what was that experience like? Because for y'all, so for the listeners that don't know, I was just always a third wheel. Like it was just me by myself, and then Evil Twin went with her partner, and so it was kind of like we had two different experiences. So Twin, tell me about your experience and why you haven't been back and why you think it's dirty. Because I had a whole
So
different experience.
I've been to that, not Green Door, but when I was 21, my cousin brought me out here and she took me to another swingers place. I didn't like it then. That's just not my scene. I'm not someone who likes to be around other people. It's just, I may watch porn, but to be there live and in person is too much for me. And then at the Green Door, it just seemed like, you can't tell me you felt clean in there. You felt clean?
I'm gonna let you tell your experience.
Okay. So my experience, it just seemed like it could have been a little more kept up, and there was like the little alleyway we went through. It was dark, did not feel safe. I'm like, somebody finna just have to grab me by the pussy. I don't know what's going on in here. But anywho, I mean, I can see why someone would like it. Like I said, it's a voyeur, and I am not. So my experience was different, and I just felt kind of anxious the whole time.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I did. I thought I told you. Like I.
No, I guess I just remember it differently because I remember us having a conversation in the car afterwards, and you was like, "Yeah, we like kind of snuck off and did our own thing, and we kind of did some stuff." I just remember you saying it was cool. I didn't. Oh, so we had two totally different
No,
experiences.
she and I had fun, but being around other people it's always super awkward for me.
I mean, that makes sense, knowing your personality, but oh.
Look
Mm.
at you. You said, "Oh,
So, cause see now I got different questions. So like, would you go to a different one? Like, not to just play, but to just like watch or to like say if one was like teaching a class on things, like would you go to that?
So I've heard that there are types of ones where like you each, it's like a center circle where the people are doing some action, and then you're all in your own private booths kind of around that circle. So you and your partner are in there alone, but you're watching another couple do it. So that could be cool. Why are you scratching your head, friend?
Cause I ain't never heard of this friend and you holding out on information.
It's in Atlanta. My friend had been. But I'm sure LA, girl, I'm sure they have things, okay?
Girl, I gotta send you some stuff because I'm finna start taking some classes. But yeah.
Oh, classes on what? You don't need no classes. You probably teach a class.
No, so I really want to step into my dominant side. Like,
Oh, money.
that's why I said I'm a dominant bottom because, like, I so but I also like equal opportunities too because, like, I definitely am like a give or take type person. So I like that. But as far as like doing all the work and stuff, I'm definitely a bottom. I will instruct you on how to pleasure me. And if I feel like dumbing you, I will. I guess it's maybe more of a brat, but I'm not bratty because I don't like that. Like, you're not gonna tell me what to do. Like, that's why I say it's a dominant
Yeah.
bottom because you're not gonna tell me what to do. You're not my master. Like, I don't listen to you. I'm not gonna listen to you. This is You're very much so here for my pleasure. You're here for my submission. And I think so. I guess I've never talked about this on the podcast, but so like my experience with men is different than my experience with women. So like now that I've just like transitioned into fully being a lesbian because I thought I was pansexual, I am not. I like women.
Women's, women's,
um,
women's.
So, like, my experience with men was that, like, you're not gonna tell me what to do, which is should have been a telltale sign that, like, I don't like men. But it was definitely like you're not gonna tell me what to do. You're not like your pleasure really don't matter in this. Is mainly my pleasure. And so like with women now it's more so of like the equal opportunities, like it's a give and take, but it's still so much more. I'm still vocal. I'm like, hey, I like this, I care more about women's pleasure because that's my thing. So I want to make sure it's pleasurable for both of us, but I'm still that dominant bottom because even as a woman, you can't tell me what to do in the bedroom. Like, it's not happening. Like, I'm guiding you, I'm instructing you. You can say what's cool for you, but as far as like running the show, it's not happening.
Is there ever a day, like one day a week, you would let that happen? Or, like me on a random Wednesday, or
It has to be like a special occasion. So like say if it's their birthday. But also like so for me, um, just my personality type, working with someone else who is dominant normally does not work out for me in a dating scene. But like if somebody like you have I think it's just for people in general, you have to command my attention. Like you have to
okay,
make me feel secure in knowing that you can run the show. Even still, you're not gonna be running the show, but if you can, if you can convince me that like, okay, yeah, I can like lay back and trust that you know what you're doing, then cool. But I'm gonna still be like, hey, let's do this position next, or hey, honestly, like sometimes, especially with a woman, there's no communication. Like after we do like our initial communication in a bedroom, it just kind of flows.
okay.
Um, but yeah, it's still just that very like I like to dominate people. I don't know how to say that, or how else to say that, but I also don't like doing the work.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, okay.
So that's why it's like, me. I'm backwards. It's my personality.
Because I'm like, how does that work? You want to do the work, but you don't want to do the work.
I want to like so. I want to run the experience. Let me say that. I want
Okay.
to.
Okay, I got it. Like you can be telling them what to do to you. I got it. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Like you just can't come in and say this is how tonight gonna go. Like you just gonna do this, do that. Like no, that's not how it goes. And I'm also not a pillow princess because I actually do, what I'm saying, give pleasure back. I want to make that clarification. That's why I say I'm a bottom because I like to give too. So I'm not just a pillow princess. I'm like a close cousin to a pillow princess.
I'm trying to think. I can't even think of a snappy name of what it would be.
You know what I'm saying? It's what a pillow princess. I'm like a pillow queen. You know.
Oh, that sounds like the pillow queen sound like she ain't even finna raise her leg up. You want to raise her leg up. You think I'm gonna lift my own leg? Oh my god.
We'll come up with a name for that. But yeah.
This is funny.
This is hilarious. So, yeah, and now I'm just cuz we kind of got off topic.
Oh yeah, do that. Us?
No way. So we kind of talked about pretty much everything I wanted to talk about, really, when in regards to pleasure. So, now, yeah, I'm struggling with the question, but can you talk about what your current sex life is? Like, if you're comfortable with that, please don't have your partner come after me. Like, I'm not trying to get in y'all business, but if you comfortable,
Um, Currently, it's not as often as we would like, because we both do work a lot. I know that seems like to just be the current theme, but when we do get together, I think because we've grown as a couple, like we're growing stronger. So it's when we do link up, oh, it's a link. We know each other's boundaries. Like we've been together, I think, 7 years, and this will be our seventh year together. I know, everybody likes to
ooh,
jump in the tie the knot, and that's a whole other situation, as you know. But she, as I said, she used to be more of a touch me out, and now she's more open, more receptive. She does not get penetrated, so that still does not happen. Um, I'm gonna work on it though. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay. She never has been. That's just not her thing, and she has dealt with guys even, but that's just not her thing.
so how is that? Like, how is like? Do y'all have those conversations, or is more so like when you're in a bedroom, you just like, hey, I want to try this, or do y'all have those conversations beforehand?
It's just already known, and I don't even have to try to have a conversation. And yeah. If I were to try to just run up on her like, yeah, I'm gonna go in there, she'd probably knock me into the wall. So
But I mean,
I
even
can't.
no, go ahead.
I just don't press the issue because I know kind of where she stands on it. But I'm like, how are we ever gonna get around it if we don't? But I just kind of don't. I just like she'll let me know one day, hopefully. Send me a smoke signal.
No, but I mean, I was just referring to, like, you say she's not really she's more open to not being a touch me not. So like, did y'all have those conversations beforehand, or were you just kind of like, let's reverse the roles a little, like?
Oh no, it was a combo. It was a good old combo. Because I was like, hey, in the beginning I didn't really know much, but now I'm learning and I would like to learn more things. So yeah, we're gonna have to meet in the middle. And it had to be some compromise because initially she's like, everything was always like my old girl's this, my old girl that. And I'm like, well, I'm none of them. See, I am twin, and twin is gonna need to explore some things. So yeah.
How did you know you wanted to explore things though? Because I feel like with your partner being your like first partner, so did you like just go watch a lot of porn? Like, how did you know you wanted to explore things, or how did you learn new things?
What would be like the joy that I would see she got? I was like, I want some of that joy. That looked fun. Like knowing that you were doing that for someone else, and I'm like, I want to do something. Let me in the game, coach.
I love that. So I'm gonna let you go, twin. But before I do, I always ask my guests, what are your top three songs on your sex playlist?
Oh my God, back then, because right now we don't really listen to music, but back then I thought like you had to, and so it was like a song by Jill Scott. Oh my God, shit, it's damn it, I'd have to get back to you on that one, on the Jill Scott one. But there's Water Rocket by Beyonce. Um, there's a couple of Luther Vandross songs, and then In Between the Sheets by the Isley Brothers. I know, I'm old. I'm old. Meg the Stallion, thought shit. I don't know.
No, I mean, it's your playlist. So, do you have like a solo session playlist? Like, do you listen to music while you're having a solo session?
No, I don't need no noise. I just me and the buzz. Do you have music?
Well, I mean, I have to. So,
The
but I
song
do
by Jill
have.
Scott is called "The Thickness." Is "Thickness" by Jill Scott.
I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
Yeah, she was in her bag on that one.
The thickness.
You looking it up? You put that
Mm-hmm.
in your pipe and smoke it.
But yeah, so actually this year I tried to venture out and I finally got a music toy. So like, it's kind
What
of
is that?
it's like it's supposed to be for couples, but you can use it for solo play too. And so it's Bluetooth. And so it vibrates to the beat of your like to the music that you're playing. And so, like right now, my favorite song to use with it is "Curiosity" by Neo, because the
Okay.
intensity of the beat increases and decreases, and so it's like one of those like give or take type things. I can't wait to use it on a partner though. Like I feel like that would be an experience. I feel like that's something I would enjoy because like watching my partner also experience an orgasm is really fun for me, and especially knowing that I gave it to him.
Yes.
So I can't wait to try that with a partner. But yeah, I think that's all. You want anything else you want to talk about, twin?
Nothing that I can think of. Just it's so funny. Like I just remember the day that all this came out and the look on your face and you questioned because we were both. I wish we were both here. Because you were like, oh my
Yes.
god. Because there's even more to it than we're saying. But just for the sake of time, we can't say it all. It's hilarious.
And see, I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't know if you wanted to have that question with or have that conversation with you and your partner because I really wanted to get into like the religion aspect of it, but I know it's like so many layers of like going back and forth between you and your partner. So if your partner is ever open to coming on the podcast, please let me know because I want to have that conversation because I feel like that's an important conversation too because it wasn't just like the religion aspect of it, it was like two different religions as well.
Yes. Whew.
And it was a lot, y'all. Like that night we had that conversation, I wish I had my microphone on because we went deep. Like I thought I was a religious person and religion fucked me up.
Whew.
I y'all. But I mean, I enjoyed this conversation too, though. Like, I had no idea like where we was gonna go. I had like a framework, but you gave me some laughs. I truly appreciate you coming on the episode.
No, thanks for having me. I had a good time. It was funny. I know to the listeners, I probably sound boring, and I mean, in some ways, I am boring, but it is what it is.
No, don't say that. Y'all, twin is funny. So I'm gonna end the episode, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. To My Body, My Pleasure. Thank you to the future sponsors that I don't have. But if you enjoy this podcast, please hit me up and we can talk about some type of sponsorship.